right, welcome back everyone to the Fortnite World Cup studio, where we are that much closer to finding out who are going to be the 19 competitors that will go to New York City. I'm going to break down how this whole thing works. So 16th to 25th place will take 3 points, and from there you'll get an additional 2 points, so 5 points for 6 through 15, and then an additional 2 points for places 2 through 5. If you get the Victory Royale, you get an aggregate total of 10 points. So right? We have such great talents. And now let's talk about some of the players that we need to watch out for. So in the EU side, you have Toos, Mongrel, obviously. You also have DeBeast, Clipnote in Brazil, as well as Techno Viking and Nyx. Then you have Aspect as well. Aspect over in NAEs. This guy, absolute monster. Would have loved to have had that rocket in that moment, but he just couldn't get the reload in on time. There's going to be one player right above. That's White Damage. What does Predict attempt to do here? What is his thought process? He's going to get challenged on the side.
In the box.
He's going to find one.
There's another one behind him.
Well done there from Predict. He managed to pick up two that challenged him inside of the box. And now Predict is just going to slow things down. He's got to get his reloads off. He also cannot get chunked, but he's going to get taken out by Baba Bless. And now we have a scuffle up the top now. Forala is still going to be up there. Cubex, I called him out earlier. This was a guy that was holding on the high ground for a considerable amount of time. As far as the kit goes, a decent kit to try and stop any invaders. They're going to push him onto the high ground, so players need to be very mindful of that.
That's right, and with the storm pressure here, he's trying to branch out just a little bit here. He has given up a lot of real estate, though. The lower he elevates here, the more risk there is for these players that are rifting in, and that's why he's looking to jump down right now. But with that, there's going to be a lot of pressure from his backside here. Someone slipped by. Okay, no one's looking to contest him, so he is in the most dominant spot at the moment.
Oh, that was Forala.
Gets taken out right there.
We called him.
Rifting down.
We called Forala earlier, Monster. We thought he would be a player to make a dent in this matchup, but instead he's going to have to try again. Cubex, this is still looking very good for him. High ground doesn't necessarily dictate that you're going to win it, but it's going to give you it has to be a good feeling to know that you have control up here and that you're going to be able to hold the elevated position. Now, Cub does see the player around him.
One build right there. This is a big elim for him. This is going to dictate whether or not he can stay in this game right here. He is going right through the builds, right through the boxes. There is no trap. He's poisoned, or he dodged the poison just in time, actually.
Wow. And manages to take out Pilfa. Does get chunked by the storm. There's only going to be 6 players remaining. Cub does have 30 builds now to work with, but he won't be able to pick up that elimination. But that's Baba Bless, who's going to give him the shields needed. Now, we have Bruise and we have Lorik.
That was a huge elimination. That put him right back in the game here. Bruise is in the mid ground. Lorik's in the high. He's got no heals. He does have some stinkers, though. Stinkers are great for this situation. Honestly, you just want to get him on this man, make him go down so you can buy yourself some time to get in there.
Yeah, what does he opt to do with this? 50 HP.
He hears the shots. It's all going down.
Oh, he saw that.
He's only got 3 builds.
Oh, boy, and Bruz is going to go down for the fight. Cubex and Bruz now in the exchange.
Get him out.
But there's still going to be one player above. He's throwing the stinkers ahead. This is amazing.
The launch pad is out, so he is going to be able to go down. He has to coast with the storm line here. He no longer has any more stinkers, but that sound cue is going to be given out any moment now.
He won't be able to outlive him.
Any moment now. Here it is. He's got to go into the storm. Can he land the one pump he needs?
No.
He's got to connect.
He gets boxed out, and that is going to be a Victory Royale for Cubex. Big win for him there, and ends up getting, that was smart. Saw that the player was ascending down and said, you know what, I'm just going to protect myself. That's the safest play to do in this situation.
Manages across the field here, save just a little bit of materials. He doesn't have much. He's hitting at 600 right here, and now that he's ahead, he can push players out to the storm. These are going to be 2 huge eliminations for Stompy.
That was very well done. He knew that player had to come out of that box because the storm was going to be pushing him out of it. So he just focuses his aim in that direction and does not allow that player any kind of room to breathe. Gate keeps him in from that one. Very well done. Another player is going to be sitting right above him, and he's going to continue to put some pressure down. But Stompy owns a lot of the flooring. That's going to be on his feet here.
Oh, this is going to be another one. He has got The blood in the water here. He's looking to see if he can catch it.
He's going after it, man. I like it. He's catching players off the rotation, and he's hitting them. He's hitting them for a sizable amount of damage constantly.
This is actually a scary elevation here. Of course, you don't want to be too low because that's where you face the most congestion. But moving up with 200 materials. Oh, that's right. He has that glider redeploy. This is how he's looking to get across every single time. But the further ahead of the storm he gets, the more risk he takes on these eliminations. He can't go out there and get the spoils.
Yeah, but Stompy did manage to find some more targets, so perhaps the spoils are going to be coming to him because more players continue to just expose themselves, and then Stompy will put the damage down. Someone actually pops up right by the ramp that he was staring at, and he makes him pay a beautiful shot there with that blue pump. That's going to be number 9 for Stompy, who is shredding this lobby.
Stompy is doing so good right now. He's got to be careful, though. He's in a pinch. There's 2 players nearby now. He's waiting for that edit. Is that opponent going to make it? No, he is not. Now trying to cross here. Oh, man. So many crossfires here. So many crossfires
here. Only 2 swings to break through that wood monster. He at the very least, he knows what he can do. Let's try to get inside of the 1x1s, the safe spaces of these players. That's going to be Ross, who goes down to Stompy's hand. And number 10 for E11, Stompy. Maybe number 11 here. And that's going to be yet another pick there. Stompy is on point.
I love what he did there. He saw the fire coming in, and what does he do? Gets on the offense when he should be on defense. These unpredictable plays here. With no materials, now opting to sit under the cone is his best way to protect himself with the limited resources that he has here. And this is another defining moment for him. He's going to punch right through. He keeps doing it here, Golden.
That was such a sick play. Again, I mentioned earlier, with that heavy snipe, it is a wall buster. You just shoot once and you go right into that safe 1x1 that player thought they had. You are not protected at this point. You have to be prepared for anyone to jump in there. Now, as far as the overhead, as you see here on the left side, you got Soros with that high ground. Comey's going to be on the mid ground. And then Stompy still going to be fighting.
He's just got 2 more. Stompy got 2 more. 13 eliminations right here.
13 eliminations for E11 Stompy. This guy is a beast. He's looking maybe for another one.
He's still hunting.
He drops all the way to the ultimate low ground as well. And then you have CDP. No eliminations there, but finally will be able to pick up his first point there against Comey. He will be in the top 5, though. He's going to try and box him out. Stompy, he's getting chunked by the storm. He's got to get that in. Picks off Xenovi, but not able to get the win. CDP, who had no eliminations, now sitting at 2 and managed to take out our elimination leader in the lobby. But he's going to go for the fight potentially. Saros is going to be in the mid ground. CDP is going to be right above him here.
This is a 1v1. He does have stinkers. All he has to do is really flush him out. This is his game to win. He shouldn't burn them all. Yes, the storm is going to take it. It doesn't even matter because if he comes in, it's over. You walk out, it's still over. And he gets rewarded because the storm is playing a factor in this.
What a play there from CDP. Use the stinkers to force that player out of the safe zone. Had no choice but to get out. And then on top of which, Soros did not have an angle on CDP, who was above him. You have Nikov with the ultimate high ground up above.
Crazy how that worked out for him. He kind of worked his way down little by little. And now he's holding the most dominant position on the map here. Markel's going to go owned. That was an RPG. Straight down below.
Doing this with a gray AR. I love to see it. Hey, you know what? Every weapon can work for you in this game.
And these guys' hands, it doesn't matter. If it shoots, if it does damage, they're going to make it work.
It does not matter. Nikov, ultimate high ground, explicit. It's going to be in the mid. You got 3 ballers, but then as far as players that are looking good health-wise, Dangum's not in a bad spot, but that rocket actually knocks Dangum's down. You got Kofe up above. Needs to be careful there. Almost landed Kofe onto that trap. Nikov still at the high ground, continuing to shoot down more rockets, more explodes. He's going to have 5 left to work with.
Lucky for him, this is now backtracking to his previous build, so he's able to have this super reinforced territory to work off of, and everyone's coming up the mountain right now. He's got 5 rockets in the chamber right here. All he's got to do is keep pressuring these players down, and this storm is going to help him out tremendously here as players are in the congested areas. No one is safe here.
He has a bunch of builds.
He's playing it so safe.
Yeah, he is going to run out of those rockets eventually. So I don't know if he's going to want to save that maybe for one of those like final desperate moments, but he's continuing to get more and more coverage here. And I like that He's shooting areas around that, you know, he's just trying to, like...
He's trying to get as much collateral damage as possible with these things. Squeezing them right between those nooks and crannies, trying to get in between multiple layers here. And then, you know, look at how he did not want to go down, but Koff tries to turn this around and take that high ground. Nikov is not with it, though.
Nope.
He does manage to get the 2 ramps to get the block off right there. Lucky for him.
Zhao's going to be in the ultimate low ground. Question is, well, oh, he's getting chunked by the storm.
He's struggling. Both of these guys are struggling. Nikov now in the lead for health pool. All he has to do is continue to play his game here. He's putting pressure down, forcing these guys to get into one another. A little bit of fall damage right there, though. That's going to be bad because now they are on the same health pool. He actually has to go toe-to-toe here.
He has to go
lose
for
this game.
He had to go for it, but he couldn't find Kofe, who managed to hide himself at that moment. Something to spray there, bud, but it's okay. Well done there. Right at the end, Kofe manages to pick up the victory royale.
Issa and Viper going toe-to-toe here. Marco wants a piece of the action. So does Effect. Who is going to win the exchange here? Issa's looking to get ahead. He's going to box up now.
We got Violin in here on the top right of your screen. Ghost Issa's going to be over in the bottom right, and then you have the overhead on the left side. And another, Marco has to be frustrated. He hasn't had the games I'm sure he would have wanted, but Issa picks up another elim there. Very well done. Violin's also going to benefit. That's an elimination onto Matex. The 100-100.
Another one of those launch pad plays. Trades out 10 HP for the high. He's going to step back there. Is going to trade out a big chunk, but the high ground is hit at what cost here?
I like the ambition. I like the idea of going for that play, trying to force him out, but Violin is going to drop down. It's going to end up eating some damage. Issa still manages to benefit from it. That was a risky play, but it is going to pay off for Issa. Now we have Effect, Recart, Legends, Jams, Explicit, as well as Alcana, who's going to be down low inside of the baller. But all eyes are on Issa, who has that high ground spot. Let's see how he plays it.
Explicit snatch the baller from Jams, but he cannot stay in the zone. Yup, that's it. Jams is going to make him pay for that one.
You can take his baller, but you ain't going to get away with it. You ain't going to get away with it.
Issa's got his eyes on Effect. Bye-bye, Effect.
Monster, I'm shocked that Effect just did not see that or did not hear that he was on that high ground. You always have to be, assuming that someone's going to be in that spot. But
it's also a nice little block right there. He saw the launch pad from earlier. He puts a little cone over it. No one's going to contest him for this high ground on his watch, but he has only got 30 material. Yes, getting ahead of the breaking here to get some visual cue down. I'm sure he can hear the baller. This baller's going for the high.
And this baller's also going to eat a lot of damage there. That player, Alcana, really is going to be in a world of hurt. Issa's able to punish Jams, who went up for the high ground. Now it's just going to be a 1v1.
Is he going to jump for the mats, or is he going to just go for the battle?
Okay, now Issa. He's got to play this one out. Let's see what happens here. He's going to use that jump pad to get back into the safe zone. He's going to get hit for the damage. 14 HP.
Mats.
14 HP for Alcana. He's able to get the elimination onto Alcana. Very well done from Issa. 10 elims as well as the victory royale. That's 10 points from 20 total. A huge game there from Ghost Issa.
Huge game for Ghost Issa right there. Let's see what's going on here. What decision is he going to make? Who's his next target? Who's his next victim? It's Hakotos who's going to go down there. Jetpacks takes himself out to the storm there. Don't know how he does that when he had a baller, but it happened.
Right. But it happened. Hey, like I said, sometimes it really do be like that.
It does be like that.
Right. He saw one player down low, but he also saw another player coming on the left side. So he, wisely enough, is just going to get right back into his safe spot. And he's going to push out now. And I like watching from Mongrel's POV. His decision-making, it's something...
I don't think he owns that wall. He does! He does own the wall. I was wrong.
That player, that's going to be another huge elimination for Mongrel.
It was like, I thought about it, and then Mongrel thought about it. He said, wait, that's mine. Boom! Hit him right there. That guy's out of the game. Back to the lobby he goes.
And you were talking about this in the previous game, Monster, kind of spreading out your cover, right? Spreading out like what you have. And owning as much as you can, because you never know, moments like that where you're just going to run in and someone's going to own this. And now Downs 2K looking to go for the elimination here. Player, though, wisely enough, is going to defend himself, and he's going to just drop down Downs. He's looking to just establish himself, slow it down, find another player, and I think he saw someone right below him. That's going to be Stormy Right, and he goes in for that fight. Stormy Right just tries to protect himself. He is going to get hit. No shields left for Stormy. Downs is going to get hit by the Storm, though. Instead, they're going to continue to chase. Then Mongrel up above on that high ground, bringing himself back to life with that campfire.
Ooh, I wish he got a little further out. He's not going to get all the heals he needs, but it doesn't matter if he can get this elimination. It's going to top him off right here. Can he get this one? Oh, Cam was trying to pop a heal or something there. He's going to get owned by that one. Perfect shots, too, right overhead. Easy elim right there.
It was rough, too, because that player just did not move because they were getting healed up. It was so much happened at that point in time that Mongrel just punished him for that one. And then that was Stormy Right, who ends up falling down low to Jaspe. And again, he does it again. Mongrel continuing to just shed destruction down low onto these players, and they're none the wiser to it. Mongrel continues to display why he's one of the best.
It's a 1v1 right here, Golden.
This is it, a 1v1 now, 9 eliminations for Mongrel. Mongrel's just going to go in for the fight. He's going to own this in 143 clean. That's number 10. That's 20 points. Mongrel with a victory royale.
That is a great game for Mongrel here, who ended second in the qualifiers yesterday. So every big game like that is going to help propel this man up the standings here. Great game for Secret Mongrel.
A lot of good players here, Monster. This is it. 8 slots for the Fortnite World Cup Finals in New York City for this week. $30 million, and Scrib once again on your screen. That's number 7. He's right in this one. He wants to pick up this victory royale. If he can, at this point, it'll be a 17-point game for him. Another player
he's going to get
right in front of him. He's going to get another one. That's Jovan. He just happened to fall right in front, and his epic pump is on point. He is nailing players.
I love this right here. Looking for the wall replacement right now, but the opponent he's going after is fully healthy. Nice pump to bust through the wall right there. Sometimes the pump can work just like that on freshly built walls. XYZ somehow giving up the complete high ground. He ends up at the bottom of the map here. Dave 2K turns the table. He's at the high now. He picks one up. That's going to replenish all health.
Another elimination for Dave 2K. Make that 7 now. He is destroying Scrib, Dave 2K. I really want to see if these two players are going to go up against each other, because if they do, that fight is going to be incredible. Both are playing very well. Scrib is going to be all the way down low. And some more shots now from Dave. Got another player that's going to be out of this one. Kishanth that's going to be out. Scrib still there.
Dave is very high. He does have some materials to get down just a little bit here. XYZ popping a mini here. It's going to be a battle. It's really going to be a box battle here between Icefire and XYZ, as Dave is just chilling up above, trying to entice these players to get into each other's boxes here. So the multiple angles of pressure here from XYZ and Icefire. Dave's jumping down.
Wakey XYZ does not have enough builds. Icefire, though, is going to get chunked. He's going to lose all those shields. And as far as life lead goes, it's going to go to Dave 2K. Wakey looking to go in for the fight. Icefire is going to be eliminated from this one, and he's going to take the siphon for that one. And Wakey XYZ is going to get the high ground. Dave 2K is going to be in a world of hurt, but it is going to be the victory royale for Wakey XYZ. Dave 2K put on a banger of a game, but you fire dance away there, my friend.
Nicely
70 limbs.
Done. He put the ramp overhead, threw that poison dart down, and it connected. That game was over the moment the poison dart connected.
Absolutely popping off. We talked about all the players on the mid-ground tower. If you're looking to really get high-volume eliminations, that's where they happen. That's where the scuffles are. It's a lot more risky, but you can be high-end. The return on investment is huge, and it's going back over where DRG's builds are. He's in such control as he begins to rain shots down. DRG in the top right. You have Hood, Ivesy in the bottom right-hand corner on the low ground. Creamy Kevin, if you look on the left-hand side of your screen, in the mid-tart. But Vato coming down from above is so low.
He's got to be careful. I don't know how Prision does not, Prisionero does not see him. Vato's able to get a positioning and a shot off on him. If he's able to clutch this out, that's 50 siphon damage for him.
That would be huge, and Vato is actually able to pick up a mini shield there as Orc H does get ticked out. Prisionero trying to find whatever space he can, but DRG now challenging down. We talked about how when you're on ultimate high, you can just drop down and decide when to fight, but he only has one more mat left, which means he needs to start working his way down. Luckily, you can see the other players, but we're moving into another mountain, Kitty.
Oh, no. no, this is not where you want to see DRG's positioning here. He's going to have to utilize his teammates or opponents' builds. Oh, all three of them getting rifted. He's not going to be able to use their build to get up. He does manage to get into the rift at the last second.
So everyone has now taken the rift. All the players are up in the air, but they aren't going to be able to lay down. There's no space, so the last rifter is just going to get the high ground.
DRG misses it too.
Land it. The slope there not being enough, and the circle is almost too narrow. Now, how good can you stay in? How calm are your nerves? Who flies the straightest? But Icy, can he find the side? Will he opt to dive down? First player lands. Is he going to be able to find it? It's Crimmy Kevin getting the first landing. They're trading up. Icy gets the siphon, but DRG, can he find the shot? He's going to get one. And he finds it. Oh my God! Trade HDRG. That's why you're in the top 10. That's what it's going to take to try and get the qualifying push. Incredibly well executed. And just look at that building back and forth. We talk about how much these players have practiced the endgame scenarios. I don't know if anybody's ever seen an endgame like that, Kitty.
That was so meticulous on his point, maintaining that high ground, and it was a hard end zone.
Silence dropping into the box, but not quite next to it, as Sayris is trying to find the player directly above him.
Yeah, I don't know if Sayris notices that he has one below him, above him, next to him. He is just holding tight, making sure to listen for those footsteps, find out where his opponents are, and hopefully get sight on someone. But he's sitting on 5 eliminations right now. All he's going to have to do is make sure that he picks up anything he can during this final rotation.
Yeah, but he also has the bandages, and also great edit play. You saw him tracking that player through. Now can he find the second one? He's not in the same box as that player, then edits out. 7 players remaining. Top 5, next placement threshold. Sayris, try and find it. Edit your way out. Does have the heavy sniper if he needs to push through. Gets a 44 pump hit, but cannot find anything more. 6 players left. Nobody wants to be the player who falls next. Right as we say that. No, but Keystan picks up Mistorius right before Sayris gets explicit, but then Sirens trades him out. So now Keystan, ultimate high. Saros and Silence on the low ground, but we do have that Skady and Ice into play. Keystan working his way down. Right now you have Saros on the mid tarp. Keystan is in your top right. Saros in the bottom right. Wide angle on your left side. As Saros and Silence are fighting each other, getting the pressure while Keystan is just raining down shots. Silence trying to skate around and be like, hey, don't shoot me, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm a friendly one. Trying to get up, but then using the footlock to get above. Doesn't quite convert on it right now, as if Keystan picking up Saros right away afterward. Brilliant job, the player from Giants, no problem there. Great job executing from the high ground. We saw how we controlled it. Of the Europe region will be qualifying 8 players into that final in New York City for the Fortnite World Cup. We have the results ready. Let's take a look who those first 8 players are.
Woo!
And oh my!
What?
Look at that list. What a fantastic. We got E11 Stompy in the first place. We heard about him. We saw that huge elimination game. Team Queso's Prisionero up there as well. Benji Fishy, I know you know a lot about him, Kitty.
I love Benji Fish. He's such a great player, and these guys are taking home that prize pool on the side for this weekend, but qualified for the World Cup.
Absolutely huge. Joining those other 2 players, we also have the Helsinki Reds players, Belayu in there, as well as Gambit's Letwix in there, Nate up there. We saw him going through, Diego GB grinding it out, and then also got to give a huge shout out to Train HDRG. So if you're checking the live standings in game, the actual scoring going through, there is actually a 3-way tie in the 8th place mark. DRG getting the rift play that Bala broke down, had the advantage in the tiebreakers, won 2 matches, the 2 victory royales being enough to put him ahead of Airwalks and Keystan, 2 massive players. That was the difference of qualifying or not in going through. And I mean, we talked about it, the smallest of plays, Kitty.
Yeah,
that's all it takes.
The smallest of plays, that one rift play into that extra.